What if there was one thing that you could do that would change your relationship with fitness and nutrition? What if there was something so simple that took you less time than it takes to watch a Netflix show that you could add into your life that would change literally everything? Well, that's what today's episode is going to dive into. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite strategies that helps people get leaner and live longer. And the best part is it's super simple. You don't need any fancy equipment or anything else to do this. I'm talking about PM walks. I'm going to tell you why this is important and how you can do it in the easiest, simplest manner that's going to bring you the highest return on your time and energy. You're listening to the Low Carb Hustle, home of your $1,000,000 body method, where we help you get leaner and live longer. My name's Nate Palmer, and I've been a coach since 2008 and helped over 1,200 people level up their health and fitness. My mission is simple: to show you how to easily drop fat so you can feel lean, strong, and energetic. So if you're ready to learn one of my favorite strategies that doesn't cost anything or really take that much time, well, stick around. Let's do this. So I realized in that intro, I always say I helped over 1,200 people. I should probably go back and add up some of the podcast listens, YouTube videos. I just hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so I'm really excited about that. But I just realized I have like 964 YouTube videos. We have 618 podcast episodes. I've got 37 or so ebooks that I've written, 2 actual books that I published on Amazon. So I feel like I should probably add some of those things in there. But when I say that, I'm really only talking about clients I've worked with one-on-one. So I don't know. Should I go for the vanity metric? Let me know. You tell me what I should do. Because I think it'd be fun to be like, yo, I've helped 100,000 people, whatever. Well, maybe we'll get there. Maybe that's the goal. 100,000 people dropping weight, getting leaner, being sexy. Well, today is going to be one of like a super short, simple episode that I think is going to be immediately actionable. So I love that you're here. I love that you're listening to this. It's a very effective strategy. It's beneficial whether you're aiming to shed a few pounds and get like shredded, or enhance your overall health, get healthier, get off blood pressure medications, get off your statin. Or if you want to drop 40, 50, 60 plus pounds, like this is a great strategy to start with. And yeah, it's a tactic that I actually like because it's powerful for bonding with your family as well. And I think that if you can incorporate your family into this, it's going to make things a lot better. So let me talk about why this simple activity is a game changer. To start, many of us, especially with the $1,000,000 body program, we eat our biggest meal at dinner, right? So mostly during the day, we're eating proteins and fats for breakfast, proteins and vegetables for lunch, and then a protein, a carb, and a veggie for dinner. So that's like the biggest meal of the day. So I think that's a great time to eat, feast, then you're going to be a little bit more tired because of the carbohydrate load. So it's a good time to start relaxing, connecting with loved ones, discussing your day, kind of the important stuff in your life, right? But a big meal in the PM can also spike your blood sugar levels. So this is where the secret comes in. Okay. In just 10 minutes, just a 10-minute walk after dinner can cut that insulin and blood sugar spike by about 40%. 10 minutes. It doesn't even take long. It's crazy. So there's an Ayurvedic principle called Shatpavali, which means 100 steps. And so their idea was that you take 100 steps after you eat each meal to help facilitate digestion. Because they knew, even if without checking blood sugar and insulin levels, that this is a better way to improve digestion and make sure that your blood sugar and insulin are not spiking a ton as they would, if you're just eating like a bowl of rice and then sitting down. But imagine reducing like a significant part of that blood sugar spike with just a quick stroll. It's not about avoiding a little weight gain in this situation either. It's about enhancing your metabolic health. It's about getting leaner. It's about getting healthier. It's really about improving your metabolism and your longevity as well. And as a bonus, walking helps you unwind instead of diving into all those potentially unproductive or screen heavy activities that we tend to do in the PM. But there's more to it than just walking after dinner. Think about integrating this into your daily routine. So for me, my daily routine looks like something like this. I wake up in the morning and first thing I do is I'm going to put in my body is a scoop of aminos. So I use the fast aid. I want to make sure I have that in my body within 30 minutes of waking up, just to make sure that I have the aminos I need for the training, exercise, whatever I'm doing. Then after training or after moving around a little bit, I'll have a breakfast. I've been pushing breakfast back a little bit farther, so to like 8 or 9. And I'll do 2 scoops of the whey protein with 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, some ice in there. And I do a little bit of salt. So if you've never done salt in your protein shakes, that's a cheat code. But that's a great way to give yourself a lot of satiety, make sure you're full and feeling good up until lunch. Lunch, then I want to push that back past noon if possible. If I can get lunch at like 1 p.m., 1:30, that's even better. And what I'll do usually for me is I'll do a leftover protein from dinner last night with veggies, or I'll do like an apple and an orange, some berries, something like that. Then dinner's my biggest meal. I'll do protein, carbs, veggies. So I'll do like 10 to 20 ounces of protein, like a baked potato or equivalent size amount of carbs. So pretty substantial. And then whatever vegetables we're making that night. And then during the day, I'm always trying to include some sort of workout or training session. And then I'm trying to include a 30 to 60 minute walk at night. And that's what I want to focus in on, this 30 to 60 minute walk at night. And I know I said 10 minutes is a great option, and it is. It's a good way to spike that or drop that blood sugar spike. But a little bit of a longer walk is fantastic, because not only are you burning calories, not only are you going to be unwinding and relaxing, but you're also going to be getting rid of some of those non-essential activities. You're not going to be scrolling on your phone. You're not going to be binging Netflix. You're not going to be snacking. So doing this protocol, if you just do what I outlined there, the fast day, the protein shake, the lunch of the protein and veggie, and then a bigger dinner with like a workout session and 30-minute walk or something like that, it makes it almost impossible to gain weight. It's like, I mean, you could be eating McDonald's for your meal. That probably wouldn't be healthy, but like this whole situation, if you try to gain weight using it, you will have a very difficult time, especially if you're having like the 8 to 10, 12 ounces of protein at each meal. That's how I shoot for about 200 grams of protein per day. And I've hit that pretty much every day for the last like 5 or 6 years. So personally, I always struggle with grazing after dinner. I crave something sweet. And so if I'm being good, that could be like cottage cheese with a little bit of berries in it. But if I'm being bad, I'll eat the kid snacks or whatever else, that's a bagel or something else. Just like kind of grazing. I'll check the fridge a couple of times, see if anything's randomly appeared in there. It never has. So I just kind of lower my standards each time. But whenever I introduce an evening walk, it cuts that pattern. So it's a like distraction away from that grazing, but it's also a way of reprogramming your evening habits into something that it contributes to health rather than taking away from it. So if you wanted to get lean in the next 30 days, it would be follow a solid nutrition program. Use the $1 Million Body Method. And if you want to know more about what that is, just go to getnatesbook.com and you can download the book, the method that started this all. And then add a 60-minute walk after dinner each night. Even if you're not training during the day or doing jiu-jitsu or anything else, just add a 60-minute walk after dinner. You can split it if you need to. Go like 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening. That's fine. But this is not just like about doing the walk, but it cements all the other good habits in place. It helps you adhere to the diet. It minimizes the risk of overeating, minimizes snacking, minimizes binging, looking at Instagram. And there's nothing good on Instagram after dinner. There just isn't. You get finished with it and you're like, what did I just watch? 500 reels with people dancing on TikTok. And there's also something about it that I really feel like makes you wake up leaner. So when you're walking at night, especially if I get that 45 to 60-minute walk, I always wake up feeling leaner. And that for me personally builds a ton of momentum. So that's the thing that, you wake up leaner, and then it's easier to do the healthy habits, get the fast day, drink your protein shake, having a fasted workout in the morning, something like that. So I love for my morning routine, having some sort of movement in there. I always think a morning routine should be dictated by two things. Number one is eliminating decision fatigue. So making sure it's outlined so you know exactly what you're going to do for the first hour. And then B, casting a vote for the person you're becoming. So making sure that whatever you're working on, whether it being becoming a better like parent or spouse, or working on your financial, your business, or working on your fitness and health, put whatever that thing is in the morning. And so if you're listening to this, probably health is one of those things. So including some sort of workout, training, stretching, something like that in the morning is fantastic. And I love doing a fasted workout. But recently I've been finding out that when you fast before your workout, you are going to be burning a little bit of muscle when you do that. So I incorporate aminos in this. So I use the Million Body Labs Fast Aid to help maintain energy and focus, keep from burning muscle, and help improve recovery. So it makes those workouts feel not just like bearable, but like productive. And I feel really, really good afterwards. They set the tone for the day, help me burn fat, stay in a caloric deficit. And then once you're done with your workout in the morning, especially if you can do it before like the family's awake and everything, you're just on such a good trajectory for the day. It's crazy. So by consistently incorporating your evening walk, you're tipping the scales in your favor, literally. Right. And I think that a lot of times the best AM routines start in the PM too. So if you can start incorporating this, where you're making sure you're getting enough water, getting your PM walk in, having your supplements, then getting to bed at a reasonable time, going to bed at the same time every night, all of a sudden those morning routine habits get easier and easier and easier and easier. So quite literally like a 60-minute walk in the PM. If you do that for the next 30 days, it is an almost effortless strategy that enhances your fat loss, gives you your extra push if your weight loss is stalled out, improve your energy, improve your sleep, improve your family time. It's just a win, 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 win. Thus, you're avoiding snacking, avoiding being on your phone and devices. Like it's so powerful and it's so stupid simple that people are going to sleep on this. You're like, a lot of people are listening to this right now being like, that's too easy. That's not going to work. How could I find the time? But if you found the time, and we have it, right? If you want to know if you have the time or not, just check your screen time for the week, right? Check your screen time. How many Netflix shows have you watched this year? How many, check that, because you have the time. People are finding time. It's going to make your life just so much better and make this process a ton easier. So if you've ever wondered about just like the simplest, lowest barrier of entry thing that you can do, or you can get your family and friends to do, so put your mom on this, do something like that where they are now starting to build those productive habits, that's a huge win. And one of the things that I think is like the coolest piece about this is the chance to do it with your family. And yeah, family bonding time, that's great. Having that conversation is great. I mean, sometimes like I put the kids in the wagon and we're out and they're just being annoying and we end up yelling at them, and that's not optimal. But here's the thing about it is that when my kids are seeing me walk, when the kids are seeing us, that we go outside every night and do this thing, we're building this family habit, this family tradition. And I firmly believe that as a dad and a husband, I can never ask my wife or my kids to do something that I'm not actually doing. I can't do it. So I talk to a lot of dudes, especially, and a lot of the times these guys are saying like, well, how can I get my wife to exercise? She spends a lot of time with the kids, taking care of the family and stuff. She doesn't really take care of herself. I'm worried about her. I want her to focus in on her health. Well, the truth is you can't. You can't do anything about it. And if you bring it up, you're going to be an asshole. That's a losing conversation. So be careful. Be real careful with that. I am a trainer. I've been a trainer since 2008. I know a lot of stuff about exercise, and I don't give my wife advice unless she specifically asks me for it. And I do not hold her accountable unless she specifically asks me for it. It is not my job, and I will let her come to that on her own. It is totally, totally fine. That being said, invite people to come with you. I always say, like, if you don't need someone waiting for you at the gym, you need to be the person waiting for someone else at the gym. You need to be the accountability. You need to be the person who steps up, because right now we're living in an obese epidemic. We're living in an environment that propagates obesity, that promotes obesity. We're living in the lowest quality food situation. Everything is toxic. Everything's trying to kill you. And if you are not actively trying to get away from that and trying to get healthier, you are going to backslide. So, I mean, consider that with your spouse, with your kids, etc. You want to set the tone for them. And the best way to do that is by you doing it and bringing them along for the ride. So if you've got a garage gym, amazing. Make sure your kids are in the garage while you're working out. Make sure that people see you. If you want your wife to work out, you better go work out and be like, hey, I've been working out for 3 weeks. You want to join me? It could be really fun. I got a couple of exercises I think you might like. Never tell anyone to do something that you are not currently doing. It makes people are very sensitive to hypocrisy, and no one wants to feel like they're talking to a hypocrite. It's like, I mean, my 3-year-old is like the most sensitive person to hypocrisy. Like if I tell him to eat my vegetables and I'm not eating my vegetables, he is calling my ass out on that. So when you want to make a change, like internally within your family or even larger throughout your community, bring people along with you. And I think one thing about this that's cool is that not only are you going to be helping improve the health and the culture of your family and your community, whatever else, but it increases your own internal motivation and it increases your own accountability. So a lot of people think they need a personal trainer or a accountability partner or someone to be waiting at the gym. You create the accountability by you saying, hey, I'll be there at 6 a.m. I'm going to wait. I'm waiting for you. We are going to do this together. We're there, So if you can do that with the walks, hey, we're going on a walk tonight as a family, everybody out, we're going to get on bikes, whatever else. Amazing. That's going to be one of the best possible things that you could do for your health, physically, mentally, and relationally. And so I hope this resonates with you, because I think that this is one of the things that I feel very passionate about, because it's not like, hey, you got to go buy this cleanse or do these hardcore workouts or get your back squat up to 500 pounds. It's like, go out and walk. Go out and walk. It's so simple. All you need is shoes. Okay. So that's something for me that's worth stepping out for, right? Whether you're enjoying like a podcast solo on a walk, totally cool. Discussing with a friend or your spouse, just remember each step you're taking is just a step towards a leaner, healthier you. So thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you. And I look forward to walking on this journey with you. If you need some more help, feel free to reach out. Hit me on my personal email is nate@nate.fit. I'd love to hear from you and how I can support you in your health and fitness journey.